It's healthy.
It brings jobs. And
quality.
And quality. And with that brings a lot of things. Because you have that competitiveness, so you want the best trained employees. You want to school them, to train them, create jobs, and so whatever's best for the country that can create jobs and stability.
What are some of the problems that may be affecting your operations?
Right now, like I said, we're still doing a lot of training. Safety, job knowledge, getting good people. But like right now, our staff, I'm extremely happy with them. They really picked the ball up and ran with that. And they love training. They want to learn. They want to know. And they've made me very proud, very, very proud. So right now, we're still growing pains. We're still seeing what the country needs and learning from that. So
fuel. You said fuel. In how many categories? What kind of fuel is it? Jet fuel?
Oh, we have jet fuel, diesel fuel, mogas, gasoline, LPG or heating oil, and heavy fuel oil.
So you import all these things?
Yes, yes.
Do you add any kind of value to any of this? Do they undergo any kind of processing when you bring them home, when you import them?
Well, they're all...
Are they in the finished stages?
Yeah, they're in the finished stages. They're in the finished stages with quality certificates and everything. They're in the finished stages, just ready, coming over on the ships, offloading into our tanks.
Quality?
Yes.
Quality of your...
Quality certificates. Certain parameters that you have to have with the fuels in order to release or, put out to the consumers.
Well, is there any category of fuel that is phasing out currently, probably for some other reasons, health, environmental, or probably leaded fuel? They said use it.
No, the fuel that we have come into the country is good fuel. It's very good, actually. It's within the parameters of what we're looking for. Even we're trying to close the parameters even more to make it top-notch fuel because, for the country.
Well, how is demand in terms of, not diesel? I know you have a lot of vehicles running on diesel. You have a lot of plants using a lot of diesel, jet fuel, aircrafts are flying. But how about the other categories of fuel you're talking about? Gas, whatever. Demand on them home, is it? Because
as far as the PMS or the MoGas, yeah, there's the demand. We supply it. But predominantly the diesel is the big demand in the country.
Diesel?
Yes, diesel fuel and heavy fuel oil.
Your biggest partners in terms of consumption, those who buy the biggest quantity, is it the airlines or the petrol outlets or the fuel outlets?
Well, the oil marketers that we deal with, Elton's a major player, Total, Galp, Ja Oil, they're all pretty much, their demand has been increasing. So.
Have you been expanding? Because if demand is increasing, really, then you need bigger storage capacity, probably more facilities, more staff, more this and more that and that.
Correct, and we've pushed that towards the future. In case we have to expand, we have the facilities to do that. So we've planned ahead just in case that has to happen.
So you think you'll be on course because you have a strategy here. The Gambia government really wants to get to a certain place. In relation to what you've been asked to do, in relation to the job that you do, you think you're on course? Or are you here and there derailed by
No,
concerning issues?
actually, I think we're on course.
You're on course.
No question about it. You know, and with the people working for GAN Petroleum, we're setting that pace. We're, like I said, training and more training and getting everybody ready, and you know, once things happen, then we have the personnel, so it'll be easy for us.
Do you have an independent power source?
Pardon me?
Independent power source, electricity.
Actually, we use
Because that may be crucial in your operation.
we use big generators, and we have backup generators.
Backup generators.
Yeah, and right now we're waiting for NOWIC to come in and supply electricity, and I think that's happening here in the near future, here very soon. So we have actually 3 big generators for power supplies, and we rotate them, so we don't use any one particular one a lot.
What's your staff strength? The strength of your staff workforce? How big?
In Mandanary, we have approximately 120.
120 staff.
Yeah.
And pretty much say 90% of that, probably 80 to 90% of that being Gambian?
95 to 98% is Gambian.
It's Gambian.
Yes. And soon, all of it will be Gambian.
What's your storage capacity? As of now,
Total, probably, I think it's 51,000 metric tons of fuel, which will, of all fuels, which will, is enough stock to supply the Gambia for, what is it? I think it's 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months
Yes.
of supply.
Yep.
Impossible. Improbable. Unbelievable. Unachievable. In my world, these words do not exist. What's it like in your world?
Experience life to the power of PHB. Good, better. Bank PHB.
Fuel business risky?
Oh, yeah.
Every business is risky. But
Every business is risky.
How risky?
Fuel business is risky, yes. But you know, we've taken a lot of safety precautions with that. We have what we call toolbox meetings every day that the employees get together. We talk about safety issues, things to watch out for, things not to do. We have safety training constantly. We have our own fire brigade inside the storage facilities. So, and like I said, it's a constant training. You know, if you put in somebody's head constantly every day about safety, that's how they work.
Let's talk about issue on the global stage, the issue on the global stage, energy per se, fuel, especially petroleum, for that matter. We've seen major producers, of course, in the Middle East, in the Gulf, in America, Europe, and other. We've seen production peaking in some of these countries. And there is the general belief that at some point, fossil fuel we rely on today may run out. Given the rate of consumption.
Anything's possible. You know, but a lot of people are starting to look into more of the green energy. You know, so we'll see what happens. Right now, I don't really see a problem other than the consumption, which is, like I said, the American and European markets consume more than anybody in the world. You know, so maybe we need to set back a little bit.
Are you concerned